Hi there, welcome to Erl-on-tube. Right here, we discuss all things football with a keen eye on Chelsea Football Club because we are proud Chelsea fans. We are world champions and we won't stop making that noise for the next 4 years. Like it or not, you would have to hear it. Hey, today, transfer market, we have some news for you. Liverpool making the moves on the market, Bayern Munich, Newcastle. We have Chelsea also, doing some business here and there. We bring you all that right here on Erl-on-tube. If you haven't subscribed to the channel, please do well to do so and hit the notification button so that you don't miss any time we put a video out. So to the first story, we understand that Liverpool want to rival Newcastle for Frankfurt's forward Hugo Ekitike. Now, Newcastle have Alexander Isak, and Liverpool have been monitoring Alexander Isak for a while, and they are very, very interested in signing the player you call Alexander Isak. But Newcastle are playing hardball. They want to keep their player. They don't want to sell. And so the Liverpool, hierarchy have already made a move worth 70 million pounds for the player. However, Newcastle has kicked the bid out, and we understand that Liverpool are willing to up the bid for Alexander Isak. But the statement from Newcastle is that they really don't want to sell, and so it's pushed Liverpool to the wall, and they now have to go and find alternatives. And unfortunately, that has become an interesting bit of the whole tussle, because then the next alternative for Liverpool is now what Newcastle are also looking to bring in to add to strengthen the team or to play up top with Alexander Isak in the person of Hugo Ekitike, who plays for Frankfurt. Now, a few weeks ago, you would remember that there were a host of clubs that were interested in signing Hugo Ekitike, and at the time, Frankfurt was asking for between 80 to 100 million, for a deal to go through. And so we understand from this news that Frankfurt are holding out for 85 million euros for the signing of Hugo Ekitike. But this is becoming a bidding war, because now Liverpool and Newcastle are interested in the same player. And so Frankfurt are looking to make the best out of it and ensure that they can get as much as they can from their star man, Hugo Ekitike. So that is it out of the way. Expect this to drag on a little, as Liverpool, I understand, have already made a move for Hugo Ekitike. In fact, I can confirm that Liverpool are in talks with Hugo Ekitike's camp. They have already made contact and they are looking to make a deal. And so Newcastle have already made a move also, and that move has been rejected. So let's see how this plays out, and we'll keep you updated right here on Erl-on-tube, all things sports, with me. Next, we have Dejan Petrovic. Chelsea fans, this guy was a phenomenal keeper, and even Pochettino, when we were terrible. He was, for me, one of our best players during the worst times, right? He, of course, you see, as a keeper, if your front defense line is not good, it affects your performance, So people thought that, the guy wasn't really ready. But I know a lot of Chelsea fans who felt like, look, this guy has something. And a lot of us were even fighting that, he took the starting spot from, Sanchez. Now, after the Club World Cup, maybe some of us will be thinking twice about that. But hey, that was the guy at the time that told you the belief we had in the guy, Dejan Petrovic. Now he went on loan to Chelsea FC's sister company, or under the Blue Co structure with Strasbourg, where he performed and was, I think, the best player of the year. Winning the best goalkeeper, in the league. So for him to come back, there were expectations that he was going to start for Chelsea Football Club. Going to the Club World Cup, he rejected, he refused, he wasn't going to participate because he wanted to sort out his future. He wasn't giving assurances that he was, going to be the first goalkeeper. Now, personally, I thought that he could have just taken the opportunity and then gone to the Club World Cup. But looking at how it played out, the only time it was only one game that Sanchez didn't, play, which meant that Jorgensen had only one chance. He had only one game to play in, and that's it. So looking at it now, I think that he made the right decision to stay back and sort out his future, because he's a good goalkeeper. He can't be back up to Sanchez by all standards. Look, Sanchez was a great keeper at the Club World Cup final. He did phenomenal, but he's still not our number one goalkeeper. He's not somebody we can rely on going out, next season if we want to challenge for the Premier League. So we need to bring in another, goalkeeper, and then probably make Sanchez number 2, maybe loan Jorgensen. Now, these are my opinions, but I believe that the board and the scouts are looking at how they are going to solve that problem. But I can confirm to you that Petrovic has departed Chelsea Football Club officially for an amount of £25 million to AFC Bournemouth. The Serbian international played about 31 games in charge. He was good. For me, he was good. I think the future of Petrovic is bright. I saw him as the next Peter Cech, but I don't know what the scouts see. So if they're willing to let him go, then we can just, hope for the best. We wish him all the best. He's a great goalkeeper, and I'll still like him anyway. Now, we also know that Luis Diaz is on the market. Liverpool has not put Luis Diaz on the market, but there are teams that are coming around and asking for Luis Diaz. There are teams who are interested in the player, and one of the key teams, Bayern Munich, have come out to show their interest in Luis Diaz. They have actually inquired about the player from Liverpool, but Liverpool seem to hold their cards to their chest and are insisting that the player is not for sale. And so that's what it is as of today. They see Bayern Munich is actually pushing for Luis Diaz. He is their first option because they see, company sees him as the right fit for his style of football. The way he presses, the way he attacks, the way he holds on to the game. It's like you just slot him in and it starts working. He doesn't need time to, get accustomed to the structure. So that's why Bayern Munich are very keen on bringing the gentleman into the side. But as to whether Liverpool are ready to sell, that we cannot tell. You must remember that, well, of course, you can't forget that they have already lost Diego Jota, and so they are unwilling. Darwin Núñez is apparently going to leave the club, so they are unwilling to do, these kind of transfers because they want to strengthen their team. They've brought in some good signings and Vits here and there, so they are not willing to sell basically. But I feel like this is one of the transfers that's going to drag on, so we'll keep an eye on it and we'll keep you posted. Now back to some Chelsea news. We understand that Chelsea are opening talks with Hato, the Ajax Academy graduate, who is, attracting interest from Liverpool and even Arsenal, we understand. But Chelsea are looking to, nip him in the bag and then, get him to play for us. Cucurella on that side is probably the only one who, apart from about 2 games that he didn't play, he literally played every game last season, because he didn't have any backup. Unless he was suspended or maybe injured, we didn't really have any solution for him, a direct backup to him. So Chelsea are looking to bring in Heto as a backup. He's the Ajax Academy graduate. We understand that the club is willing to offer as much as £40 million for Heto, but Ajax is actually evaluating the valuation for Heto by Ajax is around £60 million, and so let's see how this will also go on. But I can confirm that Chelsea have made contacts and are willing to make a move. So that is an interesting one that we have to keep an eye on. This guy is phenomenal. This guy is great. If you look at some of his performances, from last season he played about 30 games. He scored 2 goals as a defender. He made 6 assists. And this is someone who's coming to be a backup to Cucurella. So that's some good performance right there. He might probably give Cucurella a run for his money. And tackles 1.9, interceptions 0.7. These are some great statistics for the gentleman that Chelsea are looking to buy. And these and many more. Look, this guy will be a good fit. I don't know why Chelsea want to sell Renato Viega, because I feel like fine, maybe we should go ahead and get this guy. We have Renato Viega. We can reintroduce him into the team, give him a chance to prove himself, because I mean, I think the problem with Renato Viega is that he wants to play a more central role than he wants to play on the left-hand side, and that would have to change. So let's look at how things go. Let's see how things go. Right, so that's where we call it a wrap. So if you haven't subscribed to the channel, please make sure to do so. Hit the notification button. We'll bring you more news next time we come your way. I'm Erl-on-tube. I'm out.